My mind is blown.
From uncovering old stone terraces and the original irrigation canal.
Crazy?
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Zuru.
To excavating an artisan well and our magical lagoon.
Look at that.
Wow.
Our watermill is full of surprises. And today we reveal perhaps the most exciting discovery yet.
Oh, wow. Come here. I'm not kidding.
I'm speechless.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married and after 8 years of van life, found our dream property and moved across the globe to Portugal, where we're now documenting the journey of transforming this historic watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin. We have a Froggy piggyback ride in the lagoon this morning. Look at them. So precious. Can you see that? I think that's 2 dragonflies making a baby right there. Bom dia, amigos. We have Nelson here on the property today, and right now he is making it across some trenches that he has dug that we will show you what that is all about in an upcoming episode. But today, he's got to make his way across to the other side of the stream. He's getting his little digger ready for the job. Big deal for Nelson. Nelson is making his way across our stream over to this magical little nook hidden behind the trees. And what we think there is here is an ancient spring that still runs, because we have like a mysterious puddle that keeps forming in the grass. The cats love it, the butterflies love it, but we're like, where is this water coming from? And after further investigation and considering the fact that the watermill came with an odd triangular piece of land on the other side of the stream, what we have come to find out from the previous owners is that there was an original spring back here that used to service the watermill. This is that mysterious puddle I was telling you about, and the spring is right up in here. And here's the old stone wall that has since collapsed. So we think if we clean out where we think the spring is, the water will just start flowing. Be very exciting. Nelson is very excited and has a lot of faith about the fact that we are going to have our very own freshwater source here, which would be really exciting. It's just clogged up right now with a bunch of rock and debris and dirt in the way, so that's why he's got his skinny little bucket. And I mean, it's amazing watching him inch his way across our property, but he's gonna get his Yanmar machine that we've since named Yan over to the other side of the water and start digging for our magical little spring. Let's all keep our fingers, toes, prayer hands in place, because that would add so much value to our property. Just like our artisan well that, you know, we didn't realize would just continue overflowing with water. Maybe we also have a spring on the other side of the property, which would basically give us a really amazing fireproof zone.
And right there is actually the mine, a bit back over in that section, that big opening.
Oh, I pointed to the wrong section.
Here's more water as we get closer.
You're almost here.
I know! I just been showing them how much water is like puddling along this. I know.
There's been times I've actually thought this was like a second stream, or like a long time ago the stream got eroded and this is an entirely different waterway.
You know how amazing it would be to have like untouched water?
Straight from the depths of the earth.
From the gaps in our mountains.
Come look really quick before you get to it.
Okay, making my way.
Hope you brought your military boots.
You're better prepared.
So we trudged across over here, and I want to show you, this is the water that's forming up this line right here. You can see we dug into it a little bit when Nelson first came, and this is what an old uncovered mine that's just been left to just kind of do its thing and let nature grow over it looks like. So this is where we're going to be digging into and see if we can get the water flowing out. Nelson told us some of the mines around the mountain, when you actually uncover them up, just have sprouts of water coming up like fire hydrants. So that would be amazing if that was the thing we got to see today happen.
She's gonna blow.
Look.
Wow. So beautiful. That rock wall exposed.
He knew he was coming back to our property to do a number of projects, and when I showed him this one, he's like, dude.
That's gold.
Yeah.
Liquid gold. This is the best. Letting Drew connect the GoPro.
Oh, Nelson got the job today.
It not only helps us when he lets us do this kind of stuff, but it lets you guys see these videos and the work from a whole nother perspective. So a huge thumbs up for Nelson.
Oh, Nelson at the job today. Señor, este angle entiendo que porque un todo máquinas esta.
Just been covered in centuries worth of vines and thorns. Oh my. The things you can do
when you have a machine around.
Yeah. That's what Bruce been through, guys.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my gosh. What?
Nelson, tú sabes. Conoces. Look at this in here. He pulled back all the vegetation. There's like a freaking grotto.
What? That's insane.
He said a cave of a bear. Whoa. What's in your water?
This is a rhinoceros beetle.
My goodness.
I was just gonna refresh their water bowl.
That's like nearly the size of a ping pong ball.
Is he alive?
Wow.
Oh, I think he's alive. You wanna see, Tom? Look, it's crazy. Look at the big bug. I know. Yeah, we gotta save him. We gotta save him. Come on, kitties.
Come on.
Let's go put him somewhere safe.
Come on, kitties. Come on, Minu.
Nina, where should we put him? It's a good spot. Here we go, little guy. Here we go, big guy.
Wow, he's moving.
Oh, I wonder how long he's been in there. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they made beetles that big. The size of the hole from up here. That is massive. Oh my goodness. We're about an hour and a half in on that. He's still going. Look at how far in his arm reaches. It's nuts. Oftentimes when Nelson is working his excavator magic or our guys are busy transforming something inside of the mill, we are enthralled with the works happening on various parts of our land, which is why we are so grateful for the sponsor of today's episode, arollink, who has set out to develop cutting-edge technologies and innovate the way that people protect their homes, businesses, and loved ones. We've been using arollink security cameras for a while now. We currently have one set up in the tree, one on top of our camper, and one at the entrance to our land. The one in our tree over here is the Argus 4 Pro, which has a solar panel to help power it up off-grid style, and just 10 minutes of charging can power it up for 24 hours, offering an eco-friendly and energy-efficient solution. It's especially helpful that we get notifications to our phone letting us know that there's movement up at camp. So if we're expecting someone or not expecting someone, then we know that we can head back up and see what's going on.
What I really like about these cameras after using them on our land for over a year is that when I'm out and about and Brittany's still here editing in the van, that I can get a notification from the cameras if motion's been detected, if a vehicle arrived, if there's a person out there, and know that while I'm away, I can check in and make sure everything's good with her, or if I need to get back because we have somebody arriving to do work. It's just really great to have arollink products on our land.
Like having eyes in the back of your head.
Or right in your palm, or in the trees.
Kind of like a doorbell with added features.
Oh, I got a notification now.
Plus, with enhanced detection, it lets us know whether it's a person, a vehicle, or an animal. And on top of the camper van, we have the Duo 3 PoE. That, like the Argus 4 Pro, has incredible 4K view clarity, plus a 180-degree blind spot-free view with full color night vision too. These cameras come with a built-in two-way speaker, and thanks to the app, we can have remote access anytime and anywhere, allowing us to talk to the kitties if we're out of town, or let whoever might be showing up know where we are on our land so that they can come meet us there, or that we'll be up in a few minutes. It is so handy. And right now, using the link in our video description below, you can score an amazing deal on your favorite arollink security products and help keep you and everything that you treasure safe. Now, speaking of treasure, I wonder what kind of treasure we have in there. In addition to the water, of course. Doesn't get much better than that. Never know.
looks like now. You can see several more ceramic jars back in there. Wow, what a hole. So we have a secondary little spot over here Nelson's gonna test, but he thinks that's where they initially tried to make this mine, and he's just gonna clean it out so we can get a better look.
It's literally flowing.
It's flowing?
Yeah, it's sparkling and flowing. And there's a ton of pots in there.
Yeah, he really did open this up a lot more in the last hour. Oh, I see it flowing now.
Yeah.
Wow, we can make our own little pool in this whole section.
We have a cave. A grotto.
Pretty crazy. What a discovery this has become.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
I mean, who knew this far back in this cave? Or in this whole area?
We never thought that this little parcel of property on the other side of the stream was like really anything special.
I mean, I literally trimmed and cut all of this forest back, walked right by it, couldn't have imagined. What a discovery.
Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six pots.
I spy a pot with my little brown eye. Your little brown eye.
Should I go back there?
You going for it? You got the right shoes on now. Just gotta clean your feet afterwards. Oh, your phone.
I gotta come out. I dropped my phone in, guys.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's do a trade.
Can you rinse this carefully?
Yes, you take them.
I'll show you guys.
Your phone.
Pray over my phone, please. There's not Apple stores here like there are in the States. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look, little miniature pots. How cute. They still have soil in them. Wow. Look at this. That's incredible. Huh. And that's the view. Looking out. Wow. Who knew? My mind is blown. I'm literally so speechless. I could have never guessed that there was a freshwater spring, a little like water cave on our property. I'm still trying to process this. Hopefully my phone will be okay. I'm gonna have to go rinse my feet, guys. Wish me luck. Oof. There we go. There we go. That's the joy of having water on your land. Always a place to go wash off, right?
You can see now Nelson is his new bucket on, the smaller one. He's going to trench a canal that goes through here and a bit over that way. Now he's just gonna do his thing and we're gonna see a whole canal formed here and it'll release it back into this channel. This area back here needs a little extra cleaning, a little TLC. That's for another day, another time, future project. But it is amazing to have water coming out of this. A whole new source on our land. Wow.
In the midst of uncovering our water mine, Nelson also headed over to our lagoon to help us scoop out all of the algae and goop that had flowed down and collected during the heavy rains of winter, including a little resident snake that we had seen a few times too many that kept us from wanting to do any mermaiding or mermanning this year. But luckily, thanks to Nelson, that was about to change. mountain mermaiding.
It's so refreshing.
I don't know if it's a snake or a little snake. Kind of freaks me out.
It's so nice how there's trees and shade over top this whole water hole.
This is our little oasis. It is how we thrive here in the summer despite the heat, right?
Yeah, thank goodness Nelson cleaned it for us.
Nelson saves the day again.
I don't think I'd be in there if it wasn't for the weeds being removed.
The weeds and supposedly the snake.
All right, my turn. Here we go. Oh, that seemed weird.
On your mark, get set.
Here we go.
It's gonna be chilly. That's how you make lentil soup, my friends. You should just see like the cloud.
Oh, it's all around.
My goal is to always have it stay as clear as possible. Drew's goal always seems to be
Sticks.
to make it as muddy as possible.
Okay, it's not so clean right now.
When Nelson had finished scooping out all of the overgrowth in our lagoon the other day, he explained to us that he first learned how to swim in these little lakes here up in the mountains. So Drew and I have been freaking out about a little snake that we've seen in there a couple times. And Nelson's like, oh, it's normal. I learned how to swim with them. We're like, okay. But what was really fascinating to learn was that he didn't swim at the beach until he was 11 years old. The road that goes from here down to the coast, I believe it was the west coast, was the first road that was built
Probably about 40 years ago. Before that, it was just cart and donkey or horse or people hiking the trek.
And he explained that his family took their tractor down to the coast and swam, I think, in Algezur. Nelson's just been a wonderful asset to our land, as you guys know, since like day one. So not only, you know, helping us uncover our terraces, helping us discover a water mine, helping us have a little magical lagoon to swim in, but we haven't even shown you guys two of the most incredible discoveries that we found in the water mine. So let's head back over there real quick. Can I just say, you're like covered in dirt.
I'm so dirty, I know. Cannonballs all day long.
The big one actually looks like a big heart, doesn't it?
It's like the heart of our land.
One day we'll have to make a bridge that goes in between the two elephant ear plants that are like so perfectly placed and so happy and healthy right here. And there's the little canal he dug. Nice and cool in this little shaded cavern, but check this out. It looks like a handmade piece of pottery from a century ago. It's a mystery, but look, it has little drainage holes in the bottom here, and it looks like hand pressed little curly design at the top. It's really special, but that's not all. This could possibly be one of the greatest discoveries of all time here at our watermill. I don't know what this is, but it looks like, you know, like hand-blown glass. This piece of plastic that was around it, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was used for fermenting something. Like, what is this thing on the top? Does anybody know? This was actually like just around the corner. It wasn't inside of the cave, but something I'm guessing that they filled with water. But you can be sure that this is going to be like front and center in the old portion of the mill one day, like next to our mow, the grinding stone. So really special. What a discovery. Not only our little cave, but also the treasures inside. This is just the land that keeps on giving. I'm sure that that's not all.
I just had an idea.
What?
Maybe they use this to make their fresh squeezed orange juice.
Oh, and maybe the pulp stayed on the...
I don't think that's really true.
But we should really explain to them how. Nelson told us they found water sources like these water mines. So there are lines of white quartz. You can see one right here coming down. And here's actually like a nice chunk of the line. You can see how white that is there. But apparently it came down as well.
Nelson called these the roads of water.
Isn't that fun? He also explained too that there's like a stone wall, like kind of chiseled as if it were a road, and he believes that that was the old road and that people would come by donkey to this water source. And there are a lot of like wall water mines like this, and what people do is they build up the short wall, maybe this height that goes down, and then the slow trickle of the spring will fill up the pool that then you can use to, you know, water a garden or fill your water jugs and have an untouched fresh water source. So,
and as we walk back out here, this is the road that Brittany was mentioning about. You can see where they chiseled out the rock over here, and it creates a beautiful little access ramp down to the mill from this upper slope up here. And something that Brittany doesn't know, Nelson sent me a map last night from 1979. It was used from data from 20 years before, and it showed this on the map. It was used for carts and donkeys to bring things in and out from this area to the mill. Isn't that so cool?
What?
Yeah, Nelson has really taught us a lot about the culture here in Portugal, specifically this region, things that we would have never otherwise known. So we just thank you, Nelson.
Yeah, truly.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
There's a lot for us to learn about this special little land of ours, and we look forward to sharing more as it all becomes uncovered to us. And you got to show me that map. That sounds really amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of magic here.
And for anybody wondering about the progress of our shade structure, coming to an episode soon.